Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to your love reading for August. And it is the last day of July today, so if it resonates today, um, that's great too, whatever resonates. So, moving into August, we have your guide card, and this is going to be your main focal point for um, just focusing on the overall energy and theme of your love reading. Okay. So the number 22, and we have secrets and discoveries. Secrets and discoveries. Okay. So that's interesting. Secrets and discoveries. Um, you know, this picture shows of a woman reading a book, La Romantique, love something, romance something, and this guy who's like looking at her reading the book. So that's interesting. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. So secrets and discoveries are going to be the theme for this. Discovering new romantic things, probably. So I'm going to be doing a union spread for you and your person, following their conscious, their unconscious, their current energies, influences. Um, it's called a dream tree reading spread, but I think it's a really good love spread because it talks about the unconscious and the conscious of your person, as well as yourself. Yeah. But first, a union spread. Now, this is just to get you into that reflective, self-reflective mode of just, being able to. So basically, like the first card on the left. Now, this is going to be your focus card, and this represents a facet of yourself that needs to be addressed. Reflect on the message of the card. It may be relating to avoidance around the resolution of a specific matter, or may simply be serving to highlight that your intention is focused on an issue that this card relates to for good or ill. So we have the healer card. The healer card, okay? So, yeah, you, I think, have a very healing energy, but it's like, if you're trying to heal others, who's healing you, right? You would hope it's your person, right? But if you're healing them from like an illness, then that can be very draining. So that looks like your current energy, okay, is this healer card. Which kind of tells me a little bit about what's going on with you. The Hierophant, okay, Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat, like, you're seeing and you're comparing and contrasting these different energies. I had this, like, very vivid dream the other night about, and the message was, like, really clear. It was like, compare and contrast. Like, what do you have? Make a chart, right? That's kind of like what the union spread is, right? In tarot, it's like you're comparing and you're contrasting, like, and what's in the middle is, let's say, what you have in common, and then like a circle diagram. Circle diagrams, like, I'll make them all the time in school. So on on the left hand side, you have all of your interests. On the right side, you have all your parents. Well, that's a good example to use your parents. You have all your partners' interests, and then in the middle, you have your interests. So are those aligning, right? Or I guess you have. I think, it's easy to say what you have in common and say what you don't have in common. But if you have too many differences and not enough common interests, that could be why you're feeling a little bit like the Hierophant and the healer, right? It's almost like you're trying to be the wise when you're trying to be the learner. You're trying to be all these different things. But I don't know if it's working for you. I don't know. We're gonna find out if it's working. It's not working. Yeah. So, the card on the right is your soul card, and this represents a facet of yourself that is one of your strengths. So you have the healer on the left. This is your focus. You're focusing on healing. There you go. But then you also have the Hierophant card on the right. Okay. This will bring you knowledge that will help you on your journey. So, and then the Union card, that's the Lovers. I'm not kidding you. The Lovers. Okay. The final card is to let you become one. Allow you to marry the information offered by the Focus and Soul cards and achieve wholeness and balance. You're the healer. Your person is the Hierophant, right? Your person is the one you go to for advice. And the Lover's card, that's the Union. Okay? So, and that's the marriage of, and I'm getting like really strong like Princess Bride, that movie The Princess Bride vibes from this card, the Lover's card. So, and I'm just thinking like, if you're a healer and your person is a Hierophant and you're reflecting each other in these energies, that's a good thing too, because out comes the Lover's card. So the Hierophant, right, or the High Priest, right, this is possible legal matters to attend to, counseling, settling disputes in a coven, upholding tradition, preserving magical wisdom, understanding the mysteries of the craft, furthering your education, uncovering your personal truths, receiving unreliable or unsustainable advice, making hasty or poor decision, expecting others to make decisions for you. The Lover's card, sexual love, beauty, a romantic relationship, decisions, commitment, choices to be made. The choice you make now affect your future. Love heals. This is associated with the sign Gemini. And then you have relationship issues, poor choices made, ignoring promise, bats, and squabbles. So there's a lot going on there, obviously, clearly. And you have secrets and discoveries. So let's look at the Dreamer. Okay, this is what represents you, and it's a reflection of what resides in your present vibration. So let's see. We have the Chariot card. Okay. So if you're a healer on a chariot, you're on a mission. You're trying to accomplish something, right? You're trying to make something good, right, and better. And you have the Strength card, okay, for your person. Almost like your person is the lion and you're the one like who's got their back. Almost like I want to say. And that's your mission, is kind of to bring them that advice and bring them that healing energy. So your person is I want to say your person is not really, it's like, imagine the reversed side of these cards, right? So for instance, the Chariot, okay? So willpower, ambition, focus, drive, leadership. That's what you're channeling, okay? Tap into your personal power to see your magic manifest. Overcome adversity and any obstacles in your path. Don't give up. Hang in there. That's like you, right? That's what you're trying to do. No willpower, no drive, lack of focus or ambition, fear of commitment. That's like what your person is going through. That's the difficulty and the hurdle that you're trying to constantly get over. Now with the Strength card, this is strength of character, personal power, restraint, being calm, self-control and confidence, determination. Reverse, feeling hopeless, inhibition, fear, doubt, and control issues. Those things all mixed into the Lovers card, all mixed into like what's going on with you, what's going on with your person. So I feel like unconsciously what dwells within your present vibration is this Strength card. Now your past, this is what shaped you, which is influencing your choices now, okay? So this would be, I just have the Hierophant, right, with the Alice in Wonderland, and now we have the High Priest. It's reaffirming with you your past, okay? It's reaffirming this, it's spiritual and religious. It's like reflecting on those two. Taking some parts of this religion you grew up with and taking some parts of the spirituality that you've encompassed into your life, and you're like blending this into this beautiful like magical concoction, like spell almost, or like, I don't know, like energy, right? Energy force. And you're using it to deflate the situation, or deflate the reverse energy, deflate the negativity. So the High Priest, right, we just looked at the Hierophant with the Alice in Wonderland deck, and going to the Cheshire Cat, right, and be like, everyone's mad here, or like, it doesn't matter which way you go, right? Whatever way you go is the right way. Like, you'll learn later why you chose that path. So the High Priest is like another version of that, right? And that's possible legal matters to attend to, upholding tradition, settling disputes, magic wisdom, understanding the mysteries of the craft, furthering your education, uncovering your personal truths. He places in your hands the keys to unlock the mysteries and to gain deeper knowledge. Then trust that you will find your answers using the lessons he has so carefully taught you. Reverse is receiving unreliable advice, making hasty and poor decisions, expecting others to make decisions for you. There are questions that need answering, you know. Classically, this card denotes a need for legal advice or counseling. It may also indicate a course of study or furthering education. But remember that the High Priest is the wise and patient counselor, an elder, and a teacher. He does not give you all the answers to your questions. Instead, he helps you figure out where to look to find your own truths. And that's really what is key here. No pun intended. Placing those keys in your hands so that you can unlock the mysteries, so that you can gain deeper knowledge. Um, and that's a good influence, right? But you have to be careful that your partner is not giving you unreliable information, right? You have to be careful that they're not using your own wisdom. It's almost like if you're a teacher and you teach someone how to do something, be careful what you teach, right? Be careful what you preach. Also practice what you preach, right? There's all of these little catchy catchphrases and quips and things. I don't know what you call them, but like, it's interesting for sure. Now your immediate future, this is the energy of your environment that affects and influences your immediate future. The Emperor. Okay, this Emperor card watching over the little children, the Emperor. So, when the Emperor is in upright position, we have a good sense of sensibilities, right? The Emperor represents good. A lot of major arcanas. Okay, so the Emperor is going to say, like wise, intuitive things, but leader of a family or coven, father figure, family man, loving husband or father, sovereignty, reason, masculine energy, protection, responsible and balanced person. But when they're lacking self-discipline, when there are authority issues and inferiority issues with parents, that's the reversed, right? So the wise emperor watches over his children as they play happily in the background. To denote his power, he holds a scepter tapped by an ink in his right hand. In his left hand, he holds a globe. He wears a purple cape to represent his sovereignty. The mountains behind him symbolize his strength and steadfastness. The emperor is surveying the scene and considering his options and plans for the future. He is wise, kind ruler, and loving father figure. This card has the astrological association of Eris, which is represented by the ram's heads, and the carved arms of the throne, and the Aries symbol on the emperor's armor. This is the masculine characteristic of deity, the god aspect of divine father. The purple tulips in the foreground symbolize royalty, while the blooming sorrel flowing at his feet represents parental affection. Interestingly, the emperor has no weapons and instead uses the power of his wisdom and experience to rule and peace. So it's interesting to see that energy when it's that energy, right? It's also interesting to notice when it's not that energy and the opposite of that energy, right? Now we have the long-term future is the Empress. The Empress is the long-term future. Okay, this Empress energy. So this Empress and this Emperor and the lovers. So you're looking at a family here, I feel like, where the parent, one or two, both even, or sometimes reversed, I don't know, but like both parents know their responsibilities. I don't know if you're the father watching this or the mother watching this, but know the difference between the good energies of being the emperor of your family, the dad of your family, the father of your family, and know the negative energies. And try to stay away from those negative energies by channeling the good ones constantly. Like training yourself to get into that routine or that ritual of channeling into that flow of good energy. And the Empress creativity. So The Empress is seated on a cushioned golden throne surrounded by nature. Her throne is embellished with patterns of 5-petaled roses and wheat. The 5-petaled flowers creates a natural pentagram, and the flowers and sheaves of wheat link her back to the ancient mother goddess Demeter and Isis. The Empress is pregnant in this card, indicating her fertility. She is the great mother goddess, and the 12 stars that form a halo around her head represent the signs of the zodiac. She holds in her hand a scepter, denoting her power over all of the natural world. The beautiful Empress wears a rich green gown, another link to the powers of life, growth, and nature. The 9 pearls around the Empress's throat symbolize the 9 classic planets, and pearls are a symbol of basic organic creativity. A heart-shaped copper shield with a stylized Venus symbol rests at the side of her throne. This card has the astrological association of the planet Venus, and copper is a metal associated with that planet. The Empress's shield reminds us to protect and cherish the love in our lives. The lush forest, green grass, and the river that cascades down the slope are more depictions of sacred feminine symbolism. The background sky with the heavy gray clouds holds the promise of rain and life coming to the land. The wildflowers and wheat growing in the foreground of the scene correspond to the abundance of the harvest, and they represent prosperity and resources. Finally, the rabbit that sits contentedly at the Empress's feet is another node to the energy and awesome powers of fertility, creation, and nature. This is the motherhood, fertility, and power of nature card. When this card appears in a reading, it is a message from the mother goddess to respect the force and power of nature and the body's ability to reproduce. If the Empress card appears in a reading along with the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Cups, then it symbolizes pregnancy or the conception may be likely. New creative ideas in the world. Protect and cherish the loving relationships in your life. Focus on your family and your home and enjoy the energy and excitement your children bring into your life. Birth your new ideas. Embrace creativity in your own sexuality and work joyously and respectfully with the powers of nature. The mother aspect of the goddess bringing new ideas into existence, feminine power, love, sexuality, motherhood, fertility, birth, creativity, hearth and home, protecting love in your life, full moon magic, the power of nature. Domestic problems, infertility, problems with parental or romantic relationships on the reverse. So you're not going to be feeling like an empress if you have these reverse energies. The emperor is not going to feel like the emperor if there's these reverse energies. So so I would say, like, just to think about where Luna, my whole background just vanished. Luna's redecorating over here. I see you over there. You having fun? Alright, I'm gonna pause the video. Oh, my daughter Luna is so silly. She's just staring out the window watching the rain fall. So the Ace of Pentacles, abundance, prosperity, security, and manifestation. Instability, stinginess, bad investments, missed chances. Okay, so when you have the Emperor and the Empress in harmony with one another, you're going to have abundance, you're going to have prosperity, you're going to have security, you're going to manifest things together, you're going to work toward those goals together. But when Emperor and the Empress are not on a team together and they don't have the same goals in mind, then you're going to have the instability, you're going to have the stinginess, you're going to have the bad investments, you're going to have the missed chances. So it's important to remember that, and your long-term future, your goals, and your dreams reside with this Emperor's card and this Emperor card, and coming together in a harmony and balance, and creating abundance together, creating prosperity together, creating security and manifestation together, good manifestations of good things. Now, in your conscious mind, we have the High Priestess. Okay, So this High Priestess card dwells within your conscious mind and your striving thoughts, feelings, and overall perception. It is in harmony with your overall energy and unconscious mind. Is it? Is it really? We don't know, right? We hope so, because your energy, your current vibrations are healing energies, right? They're the lover's energies. They're this chariot energy, this message of strength, this message of like taming the lion, this message of Emperor and Empress energy being in harmony with one another. So trust your intuition. You have High Priest and High Priestess and Emperor and Empress. So it doesn't get much better than that. And the lovers, okay? So for the perfect union, for the perfect balance, for the perfect harmony, you have to trust your intuition. Okay, that's your High Priestess energy. And the High Priestess before you is powerful, mystical, wise, and compelling. She is serious, kind, just, and compassionate. This is the maiden aspect of the goddess, and her wisdom is all-encompassing. The High Priestess wears an earth-real silver gown and royal blue hooded cape as she sits in contemplation upon her throne. Her feline familiar sitting calmly at her side, the blue sky and nature as her backdrop, and the moon and the stars of the cosmos are at her feet. Pomegranates grow lusciously around her, and she is stationed evenly between the two lunar pillars. The High Priestess is calm and in control of the occult powers she wields. She does not lean towards the waxing energies or towards the waning energies of the moon, and she is not inclined to light or dark. The High Priestess is centered and neutral. The High Priestess wears a triple goddess crown and a necklace of amber and jet stones to denote her rank. Amber increases mental power, and jet enhances psychic abilities, both important qualities for the High Priestess. In her hand, she holds a scroll for knowledge and blooming sage, which represents wisdom. The pomegranates are sacred to the goddess Persephone, and they signify royalty and elegance. The young black cat, the classic witch's familiar, represents the feminine mysteries of the craft. Meanings. When this card appears in a reading, it is often marks a time initiating and learning. The maiden goddess is challenging you. Be wise and listen to her words of wisdom. This card is a reminder to quietly and calmly seek occult knowledge and look within. Use your intuition and trust your instincts. This is not the time to let your emotions rule you. Instead, it is an opportunity for growth and a chance to gain real insight and understanding. The High Priestess teaches you to be strong, wise, and steady. She quietly shows you that in order to attain real wisdom, you must remember to always work your magic thoughtfully and from a place of neutrality. Okay. That was there we go. Okay. So, the maiden aspect of the goddess: neutrality, intuition, wisdom, inner knowledge, inner intuition, lunar energy, and magic. Waxing moon, magic, the feminine mysteries of the craft. Deity associations: Artemis, Diana, Persephone, the maiden goddess. Astrological association: moon, and reverse: being out of balance, repressed feelings, a refusal to learn and grow, unrecognized potential. Okay, so unconsciously, if we look back here at the unconscious, we're gonna see that you're trying to draw in a lot of strength from your High Priestess right now. You're using your High Priestess to tame this wild lion, right? And that could be those reversed energies. So let's talk about repression for a moment, because a lot of people can sometimes feel repressed in their relationships, and that's when they begin to question them. So a potential blockage: this is an energy or influence that you are avoiding, or it is in need of strengthening in order to help make your dreams a reality. Whether the card falls upright or reversed, this card symbolizes something that needs addressing, and it has too much or too little influence over you. And you have the Seven of Swords. the Seven of Swords. Okay. So, there's new schemes, new solutions. They're thinking outside the box, relying on your street smarts, partial victory, evasion, cunning, foresight. Reverse, you have allowing fear to hold you back, not seizing opportunities, timid behavior. That doesn't sound anything like the High Priestess. If you're timid and afraid, you're not channeling High Priestess energy. If you're being bold and you're coming up with new solutions and you're thinking outside the box, you're getting more creative, that's you tapping into your intuition. That's you tapping into your divine feminine creative energies. Okay? And then we have here guide. Okay, we started out with your guide as the secrets and discoveries. You're learning the secrets to what it means to be in a love relationship. You're learning the discoveries of what it means to be in a love relationship. Now your solution is keep the Empress, Emperor energy, Lovers energy, Strength energies. Keep them all upright. That's your focus. When you start seeing things reverse, look around you at your environment. What needs to be fixed? Like, that's going to make the energy better. What needs to be applied? What kind of new energies do you need to bring in? What kind of new solutions? Your guide, another guide for you, if you have these blockages of reversed energies, these are going to work for you. Three of Wands. A potential guide or energy that will strengthen you and work with any blockages. And that's the guide here. Okay, your guide is the Three of Wands. Okay. A brown-haired young man stands high on a cliff overlooking the water and the horizon. His high vantage point allows him to see the big picture. In his left hand, he holds up a blue and bare-boned wand of hawthorn. Just behind him, two more tall wands are planted in the ground as if in support. The man has a band around his head to keep his hair out of his eyes and his vision of the future clear. He wears an orange tunic and a rich red cloak. These fiery colors are a visual link to the element of fire, which correlates with the suit of wands. The young man gazes out to the calm sea where there are two ships sailing in the distance, as if he is waiting for his ships to come in. Perhaps he is waiting to board one of those boats and set off a new adventure so he can explore the unknown. He is actively watching, waiting, and letting events unfold. This is an exciting card and one full of possibilities and impending success. And this is the last sentence that is going to be the one that helps you the most. The bright sky and calm seas illustrated in this card. Okay, the bright sky and calm seas illustrated in this card shows that this is an optimistic card and that the future looks bright. Okay, so remember that when you're dealing with these blockages, to be optimistic and have hope. Be like the Watcher in the Three of Wands. Keep a sharp eye and allow events to unfold. Watch how people react to a situation and a challenge that you just recently gave them. Their reaction, it just tells you everything you need to know. It's almost like they're waiting for you to slip up and fail so they can point out your flaws. They're working in reversed energies. When you bring up a situation and a challenge that you're having and they react with upright, positive energies, that tells you everything you need to know. That tells you how they deal with conflict. That tells you how they deal with stress. And it's very interesting to watch because a lot of people around you, especially family and friends, they're going to be the ones that don't support you because it's ironic. And I just saw this comment. I was watching this tarot card video and I was saying, like, I'm going through a challenging time right now and no one has my back. And no family, no friends. And the person who's watching the tarot card video, another viewer, sees my comment. And this person's a complete stranger. She just happens to like the same videos and same reader as me. And she's like, yeah, your friends and family are the ones you would think would support you, but they never do. It's actually strangers who are actually more compassionate. What's the irony in that, right? And it's almost like there's a consensus where people who are not related to you or not your friends, like they're soul family. They understand how your mind works. Not everyone in your family is going to have the same mind as you, right? Not every one of your friends is going to have the same mindset as you, right? Or friends, right? We'll just call them friends, frenemies, I don't know, whatever they are. But your soul tribe, your soul family, those are going to be the people that get you. Like, I love reading tarot cards. I love studying astrology. I always have. I've always been drawn to it. None of my friends are into that. None of my family is into that. I'm the only one. So it's interesting. It's really interesting. Now, you're actively waiting, right? You're calling in for your support. Everything is in a constant motion, expansion, growth, taking on a leadership role, keeping an eye on your future goals. The future looks bright. Unrealistic expectations, disagreement with coworkers, conflicting spiritual views with coven mates. Okay, so there's that too. I don't know what kind of coven you're in, but you might need a new coven if, you know, people aren't seeing eye to eye and being supportive and loving and kind. Now, for your expression, this is the key to unlocking a potential direction for your creative flow. Okay, and this is important for you to remember because you do not, that's where your divine feminine comes from. That's where your empress energy comes from. That's how you stay in that flow of positivity and pushing through the negative blockages coming at you. So you have this Knight of Cups, okay? And we're going to take a look at that. Knight of Cups. Also, if you're interested in knowing more about your dreamer side and you're more in tune with wanting to know more about that and you're more in tune to wanting to know about this maiden aspect of yourself, then check out your dream reading. I just posted all the dream readings, so your dream reading is up there, Aquarius. And you know, being in love with someone or having a love interest is just one aspect of who you are. If it's like a major identity, lifelong goal and dream of yours, then it's a good thing to know these factors of like what a positive person is like, and then when something negative happens to them, how they react either positively or negatively. It tells you a lot about if you're compatible. It tells you a lot about that. Now, so here we go. The handsome Knight of Cups is riding leisurely across a green field. A castle can be seen off in the distance. And clouds billow up in the background, riding a beautiful gray horse. The knight follows a shimmering river towards that castle. The fair knight looks into a silver cup that he holds with a dreamy expression, as if he is seeing something reflected within. The cup held by the knight as this card can be thought of as the Grail, a traditional symbol of the divine feminine. Who knew that the Holy Grail was actually the divine feminine? Interesting. Fun fact. While the Knight of Cups has no sword showing, he still wears silver armor with a beautiful flowing blue cape. This knight is elegant, not warlike. To further link him to the element of water, there is a wave motif on the trim of his horse's bridle. The two-tailed heraldic mermaids embroidered into the design of his cloak symbolize eloquence, loyalty, and truth. The mermaid is Melusine, an elemental spirit of springs and rivers. The Knight of Cups can be moody and passionate, but he always follows his heart. He is a symbol of courtly love and honor. That's what you're looking for, That's where you need to go. Someone who is holding the divine feminine and looking for you, the divine feminine. They're not looking for themselves. They've already found themselves. They already know who they are. Now they want their divine feminine. Now they want their empress. Now they want their high priestess. They want to be the high priest and you be the high priestess. They want you to be the empress and they be the emperor, right? Or it's just however that resonates with you, okay? Because I do a lot of like fairy tale princess and prince charming references because that's like the energy, right, of falling in love and going to Disney World and getting roses and being on The Bachelorette and getting the final rose or bachelor, right? Those are There's energy with that. There's a story with that. There's a theme with that. It's a romantic story, love story. And that's why you're watching your love reading, because you want to know what happens next in your love story. What's the next chapter? What's the chapter for August, right? Think of every month as a chapter out of your book, and each book is a year long, right? Year one, you're a baby. You're 1 year old. Not much happened, right? You learned how to walk, whatever. I don't know. Maybe you had a terrible first year experience of life. I don't know. Then year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you get older, middle, like your high schooler age, once you figured out where you're going with your life, so probably not high school, probably college. I want to say no, maybe after college, whatever. I'm 31 years old, so and I'm married with 3 kids, so I know a little bit about love. My daughter's name is Love, okay? But I also know what not being in love is like as well. And I know what falling out of love feels like. And I know what falling into love feels like. So I know a little bit, okay? I'm not 60 or 70 or 80 years old with doing tarot cards. I haven't been doing tarot cards that long. But, one day I will be there. But I'm not today, right now. So I'm still a newbie at this. But still, though, I have stories, and reading these stories is definitely going to help you to make comparisons and contrast and compare when you're looking for that person that you want to be with, and that's important. It's bad to just trust anybody that says, "Oh, I'm in love with you." Oh yeah, totally. You said it. I'm in love with you too. That's why I watch The Bachelorette and all those shows, because they show you, a lot of it's high-end entertainment value, right? Pre-packaged and delivered, but elements of it are truth, right? So, and that's the important thing to focus on, those elements of truth. So, the Knight of Cups can be moody and passionate, but he always follows his heart. He is a symbol of courtly love and honor. The Knight could take you along on his quest. How do you think it will go? He may sweep you up in a romantic adventure, or be your friend, an ally, accompanying you on a trip or a spiritual journey. Meanings. A romantic, intuitive young man with blonde hair and green or blue eyes will arrive soon. This core card often represents a sensitive, gallant, and chivalrous man. He is perceptive, empathetic, and maybe a little reserved. He carefully protects his feelings, which is illustrated by the armor. The Knight of Cups characterizes someone who is faithful and true, who believes in magic, chivalry, and honor. They are the best friend a person could hope for, and they will probably love once and love deeply. This card often turns up when there is about to be a proposition or tryst. This card also symbolizes movement and travel, or a kind or chivalrous act. Expect romance, visions of what is to come, magic, and new creative opportunities. The challenge of the Knight of Cups is this. Will you scry within the surface of the cup to see what will be, or look for a vision of your future lover? Flow with the element of water and seek your mystical answer. Keywords. A romantic young man, romance, a proposition or a tryst, a chivalrous act, integration of the divine feminine, dreams, a quest, movement, and travel. Water, fire. Water is the suit of cups, related natural element, while all 4 of the knights are associated with the energetic element of fire. Pisces, astrological association, and reverse, an unfaithful man, vanity, deception, a womanizer, a sycophant, I don't even know what a sycophant means. Anyone know what a sycophant means? Leave it in the comments, or I'll just look it up, because my videos get views. If you're viewing my video, just like it out of, like, sympathy for me. Even if you don't like it, just like it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that shallow. I don't care, honestly. I do this more for me than anything. But still, though, like, you have to, that's the perfect card to end this reading, because I'm not going to draw any more cards, because this is your key to unlocking potential direction for your creative flow. It's following that energy of the Knight of Cups. You're looking for that person that I just described. Okay? A sycophant, a person who acts obsequiously towards someone important in order to gain advantage. And obsequiously, there's another good word. Obedient or attentive to an excessive or servile degree. They were served by bliss waiters. And obedient and attentive. So, yeah, so I just feel like that translates into, like, manipulation, right? But, like, you know, obviously, like, in a love relationship, that could come and manifest as manipulation. But if you have someone who's being attentive to you and your needs and looking for the divine feminine energy with you and align themselves with you, that's a little bit different. But you have to remember there has to be that fine balance, right? The masculine energy, like the emperor energy of the father figure, and the empress energy of the mother figure, they have to be in harmony with one another. It can't just be one or the other. It can't, because that's when things get unbalanced. It can't be when, it can't be one or the other. It has to be balanced at all times in order for the relationship to last. Which means that at the end of the day, like, when you're looking for a way to express yourself, you want to go in the energy that's matching you and how you want to express yourself. And that's where you're going to be aligned with, okay? So just some fun facts on love, some fun interpretations on love relationships. But that's what I have for the start of August for you, Aquarius. We'll see where it goes. Honestly, I don't know. There's still secrets and discoveries to be discovered and unlocked with that Hierophant piece. So stay tuned for some more. Love and light always. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.